What's up, chat? How you guys doing? What's up? Sorry about this morning. I completely forgot about the stream and I was up all night and there was no way I was going to have the sanity to stream right after all that. Comey literally messaged me right as I was about to go to sleep. Hey, you know you started this, you're supposed to be streaming right now, right? I forgot. All right, so we're not really expecting too many people to be here because normally I stream Arknights in the mornings. That's when it's best shown. So expect it to be kind of a tame today. Shouldn't have to worry about too many people. But You sent me something in my DMs. Is this the thing you were talking about the other day when you said there was a new trailer? Is this isn't like relevant to the main story, is it? Is this just something that's going to be cool to watch? Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah. So, I guess we'll just watch this first because once I start the story, there will be no reason for me to come back to anything. So we can start off with this. And then we can go ahead and hop right back into Arknights. I was already playing it earlier. I just realized I left it on, but yeah, I was playing it earlier, just kind of trying to get my random stuff taken care of. But yeah, I'm gonna be ready for that long stream you promised. We'll see if that's either tonight or tomorrow morning. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna manage everything because Jesus Christ. It's like every single time I want to do something Arknights, everybody wants to drop something that I like signed up for. So it just really, really sucks. Yeah, let's turn this on. Don't remember if you're Thorin's altar? Of course I'm interested in Thorin's, man. I'm kind of just noticing this random thing floating on the side of her. Huh. All right. Yeah, we're gonna do the trailer first, and then we'll continue the story on. Boom biddy boom bow, boom biddy boom bow. Boppa boopy. All right. This is called Act or Die. Dang, it's not the okay. It doesn't look too much better. It's fine. All right. I thought it just looked bad, but I don't really know what's going on because usually those words are not for the Chinese version. Never mind. Tippy? A cat. A ritualist? Huh? I swear they use some of the same character. Like that has to be a similar character model to somebody. Yeah, I feel like I've seen him before. Oh, it's Phantom. It's Phantom's body. Okay. Okay. I was like, there's no way I haven't seen this character before. Somewhere, but I don't recognize the name, and I don't want to sound stupid, so I'm not going to say anything. Where's the character's name? It looks like Escalon. Oh, user ID Escalon. Okay. I was like, is this a new character? Like, this looks just like a skin, but I don't see any name that I'm familiar with anywhere. It's Ascalon. Okay. This is a creepy skin for her. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Hold on. I was just about to say this looks like one of those patches I can breathe on. But at least the skins are gonna at least cause me a little bit of problems here because these skins look pretty okay. Trials for Navigator. Morgan, right? Yeah, Morgan. I wish they'd put the character names in a specific place every time, so I won't have to go looking for it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see it. Just know them all by face, loser. I am not that good with names. Who's that? Have I seen her before? Second Rainbow Six event. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's I don't know what's going on, so it's hard for me to be excited. But I'll probably be in it for the skins for sure. Because the skins look dope. Okay. She's on the upcoming banner. Okay, so she's on the upcoming banner too. It's about the weird circus place where the first roguelike takes place. Okay. Alrighty. We're going to hop right back into the story. First proper roguelike. That's funny. Intelligence. I think we're on 4 after. I think we were on 4 after, right? Oh God, for after what? I didn't see that last time, but I'm kind of mad that I saw it this time. Oh Jesus Christ, you Comey. Okay. Tell me more. All right. Yeah. Okay, so we made it to the church. We found out that the person that they're looking for is actually leading at this church. That's when we ran into her again. Now Cecilia's talking to her one-on-one because cemetery, yeah, cemetery, sorry. At the cemetery. Cecilia's talking to her again because now she gets to talk to a Sarkez one-on-one to learn more about Sarkez because her dad is a Sarkez, and that has been revealed to everybody that she's a mixed breed. And they're about to hold a funeral for her mom. Yeah. Trying to see if I'm missing anything. Oh, be careful with the candle, you don't get burnt. They gave her mother's gun. Yeah, they gave her mother's gun because which character was it? Who gave it to her? Who gave her the gun again? Because I remember the cause was because the character didn't get to see their parents' gun after they passed. It was just taken from him. Yeah, Ezel. Okay, Ezel. God dang, a week. Okay. Oh, be careful with the candle. Don't get burnt. Can't mess up the shape. It won't look pretty. I don't need to make it look nicer. I need to make it look nicer for Mama. All right. I've told you a lot already. It's all boring adventures in the same old day-to-day life. As for Castle and the legends, it's kind of embarrassing to say, but none of us have ever been. Castle is to the Sarkis like what Laterano is to the Sancta, right? It's the Sarkis homeland. Everyone's got to be very happy. There are cotton candy food trucks, right? And yeah, she has no idea. And candy stores too. There are lots of happy Sarkis on the streets, all of them saying hi to each other. Oh snap, Keith. I haven't talked to you in a minute. Thanks for the membership, brother. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Maybe. It could be like that one day. Why don't we talk about you instead, Cecilia? What are your papa and mama like? Special K caught up to chapter 14 recently. Wait. You're just now finishing chapter 14? I thought you were keeping up with me. Lots of hiatus. Nah, I beat that chapter finally. You had to have taken a long break or something. Yeah, lots of hiatus. Yeah, you had to because you were neck and neck with me for a while. Hey man, you better start reading some of this Laterano stuff too. For chapter 15. But yeah, thank you, Keith, for coming through. I appreciate you, my guy. We got to catch up soon. I don't actually know. I haven't seen Papa that many times. Every time we went to see him, Mama did a lot of work to prepare, and we always left at night. We walked very far to the forest. We met him in the forest where he wore a big cape, like he hurried to us from somewhere far away. I don't actually remember what he looks like very well, but I remember his horns. They're black and straight. They twinkle bright under the moonlight. He took me by the hand and walked around the forest. He told me the names of the trees and how old they were. It gets very quiet at night outside the city. You don't even hear foul beasts, but I was never scared. He grabbed my hand so tight it kind of hurt, but I didn't say anything. Every time we saw each other, he looked like he was even happier than I was. Aww. Yeah, Keith, you have to. Like, or you're. I feel like we're really gonna have trouble if we don't read some of these. Everyone's been warning me, so yeah, get on it, brother. Every time we saw each other, he looked like he was even happier than I was. That's so cute, man. Yeah, being away from his daughter for so long and then finally reuniting with her and being happy, really happy. And he also looked a little nervous. When I got tired, Mama would carry me on her back and take me home. When I looked back, Papa would be there under the big tree. He kept looking at us. Even after we got very far away, he would still stand there. That's sad, man. And then that parting has to really suck. Okay, you don't have to tell me who, but I'm asking you guys. Is the Papa someone that we know? You don't have to tell me who. Unknown? We don't know yet? That would have been like a great piece of lore to know that someone that we either spoke to or met, I hope not killed, was Cecilia's father. Afro, thank you for the 4 months on both channels, bro. Crazy. I appreciate you. Oh right, forgot to do this. Comey, thank you for the 4 months. Oh no, Afro. You done reminded her that she has financial power. Even after we got very far away, he would still stand there. Your mom and Papa are both wonderful people. Mama's amazing. She knows how to do everything. Look, this is Mama's guardian gun. Zell gave it to me. Mama said that Papa couldn't beat her in a fight even if he tried. She always let Papa win, but I know Papa's really amazing too. Cecilia, when I say wonderful, probably doesn't mean the same thing as what you mean by amazing. Really? I'm sure Mama and Papa are both wonderful and amazing. Mama never told me how she met Papa though. Every time I asked her, she would start talking about something else. Why didn't you want to tell me? Because she didn't want you to know or have any chance of piecing it all together. I'm blaming you, Afro. Comey, thank you for the 5 memberships. Things got steamy on the battlefield. They, it got steamy on the battlefield because one of them was using their arts in ways that wasn't intended. Mama never told me how she met Papa, though. Every time I asked her, she would start talking about something else. Why didn't she want to tell me? When you're still a kid, there are a lot of other more important things. Do you like watching tea brew? When I was your age, I loved looking at brewing tea. The water would get darker and darker by the second. Rosella, the way you're talking about something else now, it's just like Mama. I may look like I don't know a lot, but actually I know a little. I ran all around the city yesterday. I don't see any Sarkas besides you. Sarkas aren't supposed to come to Laterano, are they? That's why Papa and Mama shouldn't be together. No, I mean, there's somebody who doesn't want him to be with Mama, right? Breaking this to a kid is rough. No, there's no such thing as two people who shouldn't be together. All this will change. And it won't be too long from now. It will happen. Love isn't a crime. I understand. That's why we're here. And when that day comes, can I walk around Laterano all I want? Of course. I won't have to hide in a room anymore. I can visit all the candy stores in Laterano at one at a time. Just once. You can go as many times as you want. Wow, I want that day to come soon. I want to grow up soon. No, you don't. No, you don't. All that innocence just fades. Just gone. Right. Maybe if you grow up soon, it'll just... No, Cecilia. There's no hurry. When I was your age, I also thought about growing up. I also thought that growing up would solve everything. But when I finally grew up, yep. Growing up is very, very, very tough, Cecilia. And it'll be even harder for you. The burden that you'll carry on your shoulders. No, never mind. You're still a kid. Let's not think about that. Even though everyone grows up, right? We don't have a choice but to grow up. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm smiling because I don't want to be sad. But this is heartbreaking, bro. This is a little heartbreaking. This is a little heartbreaking. Like her entire world is just in fragments. Her mom raised her alone because her dad couldn't be around, wasn't allowed to be around. She went to go see her dad a few times, not a lot, and had to witness the parting of being with her dad. And now she's witnessing what it's like to be alone, because while she may not actually know this yet, like actually understand, she's a mixed breed, and that's not allowed. Well, it's not that the mixed breed part isn't allowed. It's the fact that it's with a Sarkis isn't allowed. She doesn't get any of this. This is heartbreaking, man. Well, not just the Sarkis part. Do explain. Segregation, no breathing. Yeah, her Sarkis breaths has to be separate from her. I always Sancta breaths. Sancta. Remember, whenever anyone has kids with a Sancta, they aren't supposed to be a Sancta but the other race. Wait, I was under the impression that other races are allowed to be there, just not Sarkis, right? So if it's the other race, even though they have to be the other race, they're still allowed to be with their parents, right? Like they don't have to suffer the way that she has to suffer because it's with the Sarkis. Or am I misunderstanding something? I was making a song reference joke. Oh, I didn't get it. Sorry. It'll get touched upon later. We've only ever seen Liberate and Sancta, but I mean the fact that she specifically isn't supposed to be a Sancta is bad because it goes against whatever they have pre-established. Yes, but it's because she's a Sarkis. Like all of this confusion and everything is because of the Sarkis blood, right? Because even that part of it is because of the Sarkis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, only Sarkis are banned from Laterano. Yeah, so the other, even if they are something else, they're allowed to be in Laterano. So it's literally just a Sarkis issue. Even if she wasn't, and she was any other race except Sancta, she would likely be hunted or questioned because she should not be a Sancta. But she may not have been a Sancta if it wasn't for if it wasn't for her being mixed with a Sarkis. They're talking about this like it's a rare commodity. Like this just doesn't happen. That's something we really don't know. Yet, at least. Huh. Comey complicating things. Rosella, who has been smiling the whole time, suddenly seems somewhat lonely all of a sudden. She look at the chapel's window at the graveyard outside. It's full of blooming flowers, and in the distance, the tall statue in the center of the Lateran city makes a faint impression. She starts humming a song, sorrowful, but with a hint of hope. Oh, that song. You hummed it yesterday, too. When Mama taught me that song, she said she didn't know the words anymore, so she always sang it with la-las. La-la-las. But I really like how it sounds. What is the song actually about? This is a Sarkis song. Oh, that makes sense. Why she didn't remember the words. She hasn't been around her Sarkis husband or Cecilia's dad. It's about a hero who's about to go on a journey to do something really amazing, and that's why everyone sang this song to say their goodbyes and send him on his way, hoping he'll come back safely. The hero of the song is going somewhere far away to fulfill his dreams. It may be a long, long journey, but he will certainly. Mr. Izel. Is it Fryer? I think it's Fryer because you guys corrected me on this yesterday. Mr. Fryer. What are you chatting about? Good day, guide. Nothing important. Just old stories about the Sarkis and a few trivial topics. I'm having fun. I've never talked to someone so long. Mr. Izel, did you pick these flowers? Yes, I thought we could extract the flower's fragrance to give the candles a little scent. Fragrance can help guide the departed in the right direction. That's so nice. Thanks, Mr. Izel. Actually, I'm a little scared. When I say goodbye to Mama at the funeral, that's going to be the last goodbye, right? Does that really mean I can't see her anymore? Not even on holidays? Not even once in a long while like Papa? Even if I just want her to pat my head? It's like she still doesn't get it. This is the part that's really hard about teaching kids about death. Even if there's still a story about an angel and a burden beast that she hadn't finished telling me. Cecilia, tonight's the last time, Cecilia. I'll stay with you in your mama's room tonight, okay? All of us will be there. You won't be alone. Asarka's watching over a sancta child and her mother. The candlelight may be feeble. Sorry. The candlelight may be feeble, but it too can light up the path to the other side. Lumian, we're here to see you. We brought some dessert, a fruit tart I swiped from the basilica. Welcome. By the way, that cactus looks disgusting. That's our girl Lumian. You got fine eyes. Do you two really miss me so much that you have to visit every day? We could come see you every hour if that's what you want. Trying to curry favor, are you, Mastima? And you, Fia? That's a terrible smile if I've ever seen one. Did something happen? It's Anduin? I think it was Anduin. You ran into him? We encountered Asarkas who had infiltrated Laterano. And when I was chasing her, I saw the original arts firsthand. Huh? Okay. I see. It's good that you aren't hurt. It's like y'all want me to okay, how do you say it? I'm not saying Lumen, I'm saying Lemuin. That's not what I said. Comey said DMs, but no DM is here. Lemuin. It looks the same. Lemuin. Anduin. Lemon. I'm gonna just call her Lemon, bro. Even though you put the ooh in there, I'm gonna just call her Lemon because that's what it looks like. I'm not calling her Fiametta. I'm not calling her that. I'm calling her Fia. Lemon, are you sure you're okay here? This is a normal hospital. If he paid me a visit already. What did you just? A silence descends upon the room. Lemon looks at the flowers on the table. Mostima? 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 Okay. I hate words. Why can't they just have easy names like Betty and Chickenhead and like the way you talk about him is like you're talking about a picnic you had over the weekend. Limwin, I'm not mad about you, but whenever we talk about him, you and Mastema, each and every time whenever I bring it up, you two always have that same look. Whenever I see that expression on your faces, it makes me think maybe it wasn't him who went crazy that day, that I lost my mind. We felt it is all. You're saying to hive mind again? Fine, you felt what he felt. Why did you point your gun at him then? It has nothing to do with this. It didn't matter how out of it he was. I couldn't let him take the lock and key. What about after that? You fell because of him. Does that not bother you? Lemuin, it was his arts that put you in the hospital. You fell into a coma for 5 whole years. Does that not bother you? Fia, trust me, I'm on your side. It's just that I could really feel. I don't want to hear that word anymore. Huh. Do you think I'm mad about all this for no good reason? Of course not. I understand. Right, of course. All of you understand. I'm the only one who doesn't. Hey, Fia. Yeah, that got to her. And I bet you it was the conversation that with what's her name with the P? Jeez, I'm never gonna remember these names, man. They're so foreign. It's so hard. Patia. It's probably the conversation with Patia that's making her feel this way. That really must have struck something, because there's no way that she just suddenly like lashes out like that. Well, it's because she feels left out. Yeah, but she wasn't expressing that up until after that conversation. Shimmering visual. You want me to bash your face in? That's how you had to get her attention? You just call her that? Listen to me. I've got something to say to you, Mastema. I'm done with you stinking Sancta already. Your empathy, the way you understand each other. I don't want to hear any of it. Did those halos fry your angel brains? You and Lemuin almost died in those ruins. Why aren't you angry? Why aren't you mad? Why am I the only one who's mad? Don't give me that arrogant smile, that nothing matters attitude. You had to leave Laterano and drift all across the world. Bum out in the boonies. Whose fault do you think that was? I followed you all the way to Victoria, to Lithinian, Sargon, Yan. What do you think that was for? You, Lemuin, Anduin? Anduin? Our team? There was a time when we trusted each other. What kind of almighty God reason does he have anyway? What gave him the right to betray our trust? And what gave you two the right to understand him? Why should I have to understand him? Do you know how much I miss those days? All those times we finished a mission after all those close calls. All those times Limu would take us out to drinks. All those times we tried out a new dessert shop. Even those times he fixed our reports. What gave him the right to ruin it all? Those days mean a lot to me. I understand. Feet. Lateran irises? Lateran irises. The girl only irises. It's a plant. Okay. Letter and irises. They grow only in the central garden of St. Marcel, the Sunset Chapel, and the ER in Stevenus. Yeah. Come on, we'll go together. You're my warden. Better make sure I'm not hurt on the job. It's getting heavier and heavier slowly. Choice GD. I got gifted? Oh my good golly gee, I got gifted. Yeah, you did, Comey. I did not. Okay, you said that. I did not, Frosty. I said the ER of Stevenus. You put the words emergency room there. Which means the person at the beginning of the event talking to Lemuin in the shadowed part was Anduin. This story is a little is like, it started off really sad. It didn't really get any better. How deep are we? Reckon we should dig a little more. It'll all be a wasteland here sooner or later. It's not like you should stick wheels under the graves. Folks want to leave behind some trace of their lives before or after they die, but it's all a pointless dream, sadly. Might as well ask for a cremation to have your ashes scattered in the wilderness. That would put us out of a job, though. True enough. If you ask me, graves aren't for the dead. It's the living who need these things. The ceremonies and the big chunk of rock that goes on top of them. Yeah. I'm gonna go hop on Woo and knock out my dailies and such. All right, man. You have a good one, brother. He's a fake fan. He came in here just to say hi and then dip and go play his Woo-a. And that, sir, is why I moved out of Texas. All right. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense because it's just a tradition for the living to remember the people who passed until they don't. Shut up, Baki. Those are the things that folks say their goodbyes to before starting anew. Yeah. The whole idea of a gravesite is just for the people who are still living to remember that the person existed in the first place. This is actually why I hate going to funerals and stuff. Like, that is something that is actually a legit thing that bothers me. Until it's their turn to bite the dust. Yep. The preparations for the ritual are almost complete. I'm not sure. You don't want to see a loved one last time? Okay, we're going to touch on this. I don't want to see a loved one how do I say this? The way that I see it, it's not them anymore. This is my perception of death, right? Once that person takes their last breath, I don't feel like that's the person anymore. That's just the body. They can't open their eyes. They can't say goodbye to you one last time. They can't interact with you. That will never happen again. So to me, A funeral is even though it's a spot to remember, um, alongside other people that loved that person, um, for me, it intensifies the grieving process. It makes it a lot worse. I'm about to give you guys actually, Frosty, I'm gonna give you a story, and this is fairly recent, actually. Um, there's a friend of mine that passed overnight. I won't give you too many details. This is personal life. Um, he passed overnight. I did not go to that funeral because it would hurt way too much, especially that time, because the conversation me and him last had was like the ultimate form of like support and love. I wanted that to be our final moment in my head. Me going to see that person after they can't say goodbye or anything like that, that would hurt me even more. So that's how I see, that's how I grieve. That's how I handle loss. It may not be for everybody, but that's how I handle loss. It can be seen as a form of closure as well, though. For some people, it's not that way for me. I never, like, it's going to be so hard for me when, like, a parent dies, because a part of me doesn't want that last memory to be watching them in a casket or something, right? It wants to be a memory, something that I actually experienced with them. So that's going to be really hard for me. Really hard. Like the crybaby you see on stream. Oh, nah. That's going to be really hard for me. I hate funerals. Yeah, sorry, it got a little dark for a minute, but to be honest, I'm like you on that. A lot of people are. I've talked to other people who are like me, think like me in that regard. Grieving is different for a lot of people, and some people want that closure, just being able to say goodbye one last time. Other people want that closure to have been the final moments with them. That is a beautiful moment for me. Yeah. I don't handle death well. I don't handle death well. All right. I'm not sure. I don't feel so good today. Hold on. I actually forgot where we were. We got deep into that. If you ask me, graves aren't for the dead. It's for the living who need. This is what made me think of all that stuff that I talked about. The ceremonies and the big chunk of rock that goes on top of them. Those are the things that folks say their goodbyes to before starting anew, until it's their turn to bite the dust. The preparations for the ritual are almost complete. I'm not sure. I don't feel so good today. I think it's always fine. Depends on the situation, since there's a chance you don't have that 1 minute. That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense if you don't have that fond memory, right? Or a memory that you would like that final moment to be with the person, right? But so far, the people who were closest to me that have passed, I've always had like a good memory that could be the last thing with them. So that's how I handle grieving. Yeah, they're the same thing. Yeah. I don't feel so good today. Mama, Mr. Fryer. I had to think about that. I was really happy yesterday. Rosella told me told me about lots of fun stuff. We prepared for the funeral together, and it felt like I was doing something for Mama. But, oh God, it's like I just whistled by accident. I don't know if y'all could hear that. Um, but we're done with everything now. What comes next? I think I worked really hard for Mama, but can Mama see all that? Yeah, see this exact thing. Does all this really mean something? Mr. Fryer, have you gone through this a lot? When it happens during the funeral, what should I do? And what should I do once it's over? Right, the funeral. Ooh, it got a little dark for a moment. I apologize for that, chat. It was something that I felt it for a little bit. You're still young, but I don't want to hide anything from you. We do lots of things for others, but in the end, we do it for ourselves. Cecilia, this isn't selfishness. Rather, it just means that ultimately, everything that the living do is to mold and shape themselves. We hold funerals and say our goodbyes when our loved ones leave us, but it's also a respite for ourselves. It's a way to mark the road that we've trodden. Many grown-ups use this as a way to find peace, but whether they truly find it or indeed anything isn't the fault of the funeral itself. Oh God, it's like, why do I feel like this is fucking talking to me right now? After everything I just said, it's like it's responding. Yeah, here. We hold funerals to say our goodbyes when our loved ones leave us, but it's also a respite for ourselves. It's a way to mark the road that we've trodden. Many grown-ups use this as a way to find peace, just like Comey was saying, but whether they truly find it or indeed anything isn't at the fault of the funeral itself. It's really up to us after we go through the thing. Once we are done looking back and resting, we must keep going forward. But where do we go after that? That is something you need to ask yourself, Cecilia. This is a question that only you can answer yourself. And it's a question that both you, I, and everyone must answer in our lifetimes. Ask myself. Only you can find the right way forward for yourself. It is only with your own two legs that you can walk that path. What about you, Mr. Fryer? You know so much. What is your road like? I can't answer you that. I'm afraid that I can't even say I found it. It's a tough search and a sad journey. It makes you wonder if the way forward ever truly exists. But I haven't given up, and that is why I and my brothers and sisters call ourselves the Pathfinders. Deja vu smacked me in the face. Is this something like in another chapter or something? Hold on, I need to do something I'm not supposed to do with my ears. I'm gonna go get a Q-tip. Give me a second. Nah, this is the first time we know of Pathfinder. Why have I heard that before? or feel like I've read something. The Pathfinders. Candelabra. 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 I don't even know. Where does one find somebody's there? That Libri from the hospital. Patia, was it? And the legatus called Orin, too. I really don't get it. What's that guy even doing? Watch your words, Orin. This is the perfect time to act. There are lots of other things we could be doing besides wasting our time on a funeral. And I thought you were close to the girl's mother. How cold-blooded of you. I'd already made my decision once I told Andoin about Cecilia. She's capable of knocking the city off its godly throne. That also means she can shake that saint. She's gonna hear some of this. It also means she can shake that saint who's always hiding behind the red and gold curtain. And plenty of others besides. What is he talking about? Yup. A sancta wants to bring down his holy city with the help of a mixed blood girl? Scandalous. Make it sound like I just want to burn it all down for no reason. I said capable. That doesn't mean we have to do it. In fact, if we don't do it, then her worth as a bargaining chip is that much more. I just have to make sure Cecilia doesn't end up in the Pope's hands. On that point at least, Anduin and I are aligned. A word of advice. I don't know what tricks you're trying to play with Cecilia, but do not forget the promise you made to the guide. Thanks for the tip. I don't mind walking this path with you folks for a little longer. Now you'll have to excuse me. I have better places to be than a funeral. Looks like they aren't all on the same wavelength. But what worries me more is that there's a legatus involved. I'll take Cecilia and leave once the funeral is over. Cecilia, Senior Isel. Funeral will be starting soon. Anduin, I don't care about your grand ideals and I'm not interested in discussing faith with you. So once the funeral is over, I'm leaving with Cecilia. Where will you go? None of your concern. It's time to light the candles, Senior Isel. Go be with Cecilia. Yeah, that's not going to go the way you think, Isel. Something is going to happen. This is Arknights after all. Something is going to happen. The early spring mornings are as frigid here in Laterano. Sancta funerals are often accompanied by laughter, music, sweets, and the occasional inconsequential explosion. The departed become one with the Holy Spirit and return to heaven. This is worthy of celebration. But there is another kind of sancta funeral unknown to other races. On a certain hour of a certain day, a great sorrow will seize all sancta by the throat. They will not be able to move, breathe, or avert their eyes. Each and every fragile soul will be swept away, as if the floodwaters of a broken dam. Yet, either the joy of the former nor the awesome power of the latter can be found today in the ER of Pagus Savonus. We find only a frail girl trying her hardest to swing the absurdly unwieldy shovel in her hand. Girl trying to shovel the last bit of dirt onto her mother's resting place. Go, Cecilia. It's time to say goodbye. Wait, did I say see? To say goodbye. Mama, what should I do? When I think to myself, I'm doing this for Mama, I don't feel scared or anything. I feel like I can do anything. Feels like I've gotten a little stronger since you've been gone. Is it because I got a little older? But Mr. Isel says I won't get to see you anymore. Even if I grow up and grow even stronger, I won't see you again, right? When I do a good job, You won't be there to reward me. When I do something bad, you won't be there to get angry at me. So why should I grow up? Mr. Fryer says, I'm doing your funeral to say goodbye and saying goodbye to you for myself. What does it mean to do something for myself? I'm scared, Mama. A few days ago, a prioress lady that I don't know told me whether we do it with tears or smiles, the ones who are leaving us will accept our goodbyes. I don't get it, Mama. Should I cry or should I smile? You can do both. Mr. Fryer said it's a question for myself, but I don't know. There's no rush, Cecilia. You still have lots of time. Too bad then. Yours just ran out. There's the something. Hey, been a while. I finally got you, Anduin. Mastema, Fia, my dear old friends, long time no see. If you're here to mourn the dead, I'm afraid you came a little too late. That's alright. You can always make some more. And this is when the battle starts and that part ends. Yep. Life in Letterano is precious. Does Izel, your typical Letteran, have to choose a path he never once considered? And how did the decisively atypical Anduin choose his path? Cecilia, watch out. Mr. Izel, guide, we have to hold our ground. It's you. Cecilia isn't your bargaining chip. Izel, give her to me. Hey, Izel, what's the big idea? Don't tell me you're working with these. Heretics? Terrorists? Apostates? Are those the only names that the church can come up with? Out of the way, Patia. You were right, Fia. It's not easy to change the way someone thinks. That goes for both of us. You look like you're doing well. Much thanks to you. You look like you've aged a lot, though, guide. I have you to thank for that, too. The gunshot wound took forever to heal. Not bad. Definitely better than having her shoot you. That is true. Lemuin almost died. I know. It was the better option over her bullet. Looks like that mental illness of yours hasn't gotten any better. Hey kid, you must be Izel. Another Legata? What should I... A fallen angel? Miss Fia, what's going on? Ah, you fell. Of course you shot at me. You can't feel anymore. So I use my eyes to see and my mind to think. The little girl there is Cecilia, right? Miss, you have horns. But you also have a halo. Are you a Sancta? Maybe. I don't exactly know, actually. Listen, Izel. Bring Cecilia over here. She'll be fine. I'm supposed to trust a fallen angel? I've got to be more trustworthy than a pissed off Libre. Hey, you mean that bitch over there, right? I really hope they continue to talk like this in freaking infield, man. Mastema, we haven't finished her mother's funeral yet. Whoa, I almost bought into that. Are you really such a droopful curate for this ER Anduin? Mastema, did you follow me here just to catch up on old times? Izel, have you made up your mind yet? Cecilia, Nope. Miss Cecilia, you aren't done yet. Right. Anduin, you got a decent crowd there. You brought so many with you just to get Cecilia. Oh, almost forgot. I have a message for you. It's from the guy in the lock and key. Your bravery is commendable, but you won't like the final answer. Thank you for that. I may not be fortunate enough to walk my path with it, but I benefited greatly from its opening my eyes all those years ago. Look at you. Are you sure you benefited? Only the wearer knows where the shoe pinches. Not good. Giselle, stand back. And there's the explosion that he was talking about. Can you believe it? I saw an ocean formed of faith. That concludes the report for this operation. Some of my colleagues present weren't involved in the incident. If you have anything to add, please do so. Brothers and sisters, I promise we immediately declare a state of emergency across the entire city. Anduin is already enough trouble to deal with, but now we have a mixed blood sancta on our hands too. Oh man. What's up, Ken? Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate you. What the fuck, my membership ran out? Probably, okay, no. You probably weren't a member on this channel and you were a member on the other channel. Remember, 2 channels. You don't have to be subscribed to both of them, but I appreciate you. Good night, Giovanni. The conference is set to open soon. Surely you know that a state of emergency would lead to panic among the envoys. Your Eminence, we face a dangerous element. If a little panic could solve the problem at hand, I consider that an easy win. His Holiness has been planning this conference for years. The Summit of Nations. It could be a key to Laterando's primacy on land as we know it. But now a panic threatens to destroy this key. And how do you know that Anduin won't bring this conference to ruin if you leave him be? No need to worry, Good night, Giovanni. We're talking about a group of desperate people who, without a future, and a small girl of unknown background. Orin, how do you think we Laterans have enjoyed peace for a millennium? It's because we stayed vigilant, taking no chances with such uncertainties. Even though Lateran set off explosions in the streets day in and day out, huh? Oh, he was thinking that. That's crazy. The way I see it, the Reverend Gun Knight just might be looking for an opportunity to use that awe-inspiring but so often holstered gun of yours. I take pride in my gun. Got a problem with that? Please, this is urgent. May I continue? You may. I'm sure you all know that Masima and I used to work with Anduin. The Anduin I know isn't one to go off half-cooked. He wouldn't start a war without preparing for it. So, even though he could sow chaos in Laterano, he wouldn't do it without a reason. The only clue the Astray have given us so far is in their attempts on the mixed blood girl called Cecilia. We can surmise that taking her is their primary objective. And since they already have her in their possession, I think Anduin's next step is very likely exfiltrating. If it's the alternative to infiltrating, then exfiltration. It's giving me various different contexts. I just need the meaning. The unauthorized removal of information or data from a system, network, or area. That doesn't make sense in this context. Oh, I guessed right? Okay. Exfiltrating Laterano. Okay. We got an exfil. Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I didn't put that together. Thank you, Comey. You talked Codhead with me. Thank you. Therefore, I suggest we focus on the 2 following points. First, we need to step up our border controls and deploy more guards to the crossings. We should also form a special elite squad to locate their hideout and bring Anduin in. Secondly, to be on the safe side, I would like a 7th tribunal to lead the investigation into whether the Astray have made contact with the visiting envoys to determine whether or not they are targeting the conference. Nobody plays COD anymore. No one with a brain. If you do play COD, you don't have a brain. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know Comey might play it. As for the conference itself, I played every blue moon. Damn. Damn. Disappointed in you. Proceed according to plan, right? That's what you have in mind, isn't it? We're just testing the waters anyway. Oh, I gotta say though, the cold buffet's desserts are disgusting. The cactus tarts are an atrocity. I would like to see some improvement there. I think there's a certain charm to the taste. Oh wait, this dude seems familiar. What dude? The Pope? I agree with Mostema on that point, and that point alone. Blasphemy. I think they're delicious. Good night, Giovanni has spoken. I suppose we can all agree then, right? Agreed. Anything that Giovanni likes, you know is bound to be terrible. Shut up. Shut up, typical viewer. Shut up, typical. You know what? I kind of feel like timing. I feel like timing you out. I feel like timing you out. Why you had to hit me so low, man? God. Oh, that hurt. I felt that one. Bro, burn him to crust. I don't remember. No. You know what you did. You know what you did. I look familiar. Oh. Anything Giovanni likes, you know it's bound to be terrible. Mastema, belittling me again, are you? Please, my children, quiet down. I'm too old for all this bickering. The laws instruct us to face the unknown with goodwill. We mustn't treat fruit tarts with such scorn. And why am I unfamiliar with this law? I just thought of it this morning. Your Holiness, we'll go with your plan. Vel, Giovanni, give Fia all the help she needs. Anduin will make his way to his goal. Phew, this is why I hate closed-door meetings. We spent 3 minutes on the main topic. The rest of the meeting was everyone babbling about stupid side conversations. Excuse me, seniors. May I ask what the decision was? You're still here? I'm taking over the Anduin case. Thank you for your work the past couple of days. You should head home and get some rest. I'll talk to the notarial hall later. Everything you've done will be written off as you helping us out. Miss Fia, anything that comes after this is way beyond the bounds of your authority and ability. Don't forget, you're still in training. I know you're worried about Cecilia, and I know you're worried about Cecilia, but I'm taking over this case, and that's the best case scenario you can hope for. Miss Fia, are you friends with this fallen angel? And the both of you are familiar with this Anduin? That's right. Is that your answer to both of those questions? We aren't familiar. We're nemesis. But don't you worry. I won't take it out on Cecilia. I don't really understand what's going on with her this morning, but she's still a kid. What about you? You stayed there for 2 whole days. Did Anduin say anything about you? Just a bunch of heretical nonsense. I suggest you forget all of it then. You still have your whole life ahead of you, right? Go home and take a couple days off. And keep up with your good work at the notarial hall. You're pretty qualified for the job if you ask me. Cherish your life, you know? Life in Laterano is precious. Even I look back on it fondly sometimes. My life? Right, unlike them, I'm just a regular nobody. Let's clock out. He's not going to be able to. The Pontifical cohorts have taken over the border checkpoints, and the apostolic, the end, brain fart, and the apostolic, okay, and the apostolic knights are keeping an eye out for us too. We won't be making it out anytime soon. We have a safe house, but still, I can't get in touch with Orin either. Damn it. No matter, we can wait. Cecilia, you regret your decision? I don't know. But if I went with Miss Fia, she would have taken me to the Basilica, right? I still haven't figured out my goodbye to Mama. It's okay, Cecilia. You still have lots of time to think. Is she the one who's going to cause this great sadness that they were talking about earlier? And that's why they're holding on to her? Mr. Fryer. There was a lady with horns and a halo from ER just now. Is she a Sancta? Maybe, maybe not. It's up to her to decide. I thought Sancta are Sancta. That's true for most of us, but some people get to choose, or perhaps I should say they don't have a choice but to choose, because of some unfortunate circumstance. Incidentally, you too have to choose, Cecilia. As for whether that is fortunate or not, no one can tell. Can't the Sancta be with the Sarkas? Of course they can. You are the living proof. But I'm causing everyone a lot of trouble, right? Even Mr. Izel. If you're always worrying about everything, you won't get anything done. People will always fight. Neither gentleness nor understanding can stop that. A lot of times when people fight, it's not because one side is right and one side is wrong. It's because the both sides have to do conflict with each other. It's because both sides conflict with each other. In other words, the things that you and I need to do are different. And that means we're in somebody else's way. Why can't we go the same way together? Yeah, see? Because for a lot of people, the path that they take is determined by the path itself. For example, the Sancta and the Sarkas, no one can say why the two sides fought each other at first. But the hatred between them has paved the road for everyone. Can we just choose our own path? We can, Cecilia, but it's not that simple. If you want to leave the path you're on, and find a new path forward, you must make your way through a boundless wilderness. It's vast and empty there. You might never find that new path, even if you give up everything you've ever known. Then why do we still have to look? Right, why do we have to look? Maybe it's because that's what we want. That's what we want? Is that so important? It's the only thing we still have. Mr. Fryer, can I ask a question? Go ahead. What is it that you want? Cecilia, can I tell you a little story? Sure, Mr. Fryer, go ahead. Many years ago when I was still young, I ran into some setbacks and then I left. Where did you go? Anywhere. I traveled everywhere. There was a place I stayed for a while. It was a very small town and it felt a little like my hometown. But it was even more run down. Life was tough for everyone there. Huh? That doesn't sound like Laterano. Once I passed by the town's pub and came across a humming drunkard. He threw up all over me and insisted that I tripped him and that I should pay for his drink. Everyone in town laughed at him and cursed at him. Those who were scared of him avoided him. Everyone called him dirty, filthy, moron, a lowlife, a sick scumbag. He was a Sarkis. They never chased him out of town, however. He kept living from one day to the next, doing little odd jobs. Then on one windy, rainy night, a night when no one would go outside, the church bells started to ring. It was an alarm and everyone woke up. There were some bad people in town. It was lucky that the bells woke everyone. It was hard, but we chased the bad people away. No one knew who rang the bells, and all we thought it was a miracle. I headed in the direction of the bell tower and reached the waste beyond. There I found a church watchman digging a grave. Next to him a cart, and in it a thin coffin with a Sarkis drunkard inside, wounded all over. I started to help digging. The watchman kept complaining as he dug. He said he was saving the casket for his mother and it was a waste to give it to a Sarkis. Then he complained that he'd have to bury a sick Sarkis. The watchman said that not long after the bells started ringing, the Sarkis came and knocked on his door, telling him to run before the man outside his doorstep. The watchman said that since he saw it was about to rain, he couldn't bear seeing the Sarkis man sleep out in the streets. And so he let him into the bell tower for the night. He kept complaining and kept digging. Then, when he was finished, he stood in the front of a grave and sang the song that the drunkard always used to sing, even though he didn't remember how the second half went. In the end, he complained a little more and poured half a bottle on the grave. The winds through hills on high. Oh my god, I hate this so much. The winds through hills on high. Tail the hero's far-flung stride. One long ways long. Over briars and thorns. Sorry, I don't remember it either. That's the song Mama and Rosella taught me. Shut up, Comey. So the Sarkis man rang the bell. I think he did. So he was the hero that saved everyone. Maybe. I don't know if someone like him can be called a hero, but I think most people probably wouldn't want to call him one. Maybe he was just trying to help the watchman who saved him. What about you, Mr. Fryer? Do you think he was a hero? What is a hero, Cecilia? I thought about it for a long time, but I know that the answer to this question doesn't tell us who the Sarkis man was. Rather, it tells us who I am. I don't think he himself climbed up the bell tower to be a hero. But it doesn't matter if we sing his praises, look at him with scorn, or even forget about him. None of that changes anything about him anymore. All the questions that I pondered have nothing to do with him, only me. Why did I witness this? What does it mean to me? How is it going to guide me forward? It's always the living who are questioned. But I kept thinking and thinking. What if he didn't do what he did? What if he did it but led the fanatics? The bad people to the bell tower? What if the townspeople couldn't fend the bad people off even if they got woken up? What if he even died on the bell tower and no one ever found him? There's no guaranteed successes, and there are no choices there. Slow down. There are no guaranteed successes. There are no choices that are certain to be right. So I came to this conclusion. On that rainy night, he climbed up the bell tower because he wanted to. It's the most straightforward conclusion out of someone or somewhat stubborn goodwill. Whether that's true or not doesn't concern him. He was a hero, no different from the hero in the song. The winds through hills on high tell the hero's far-flung stride. Over the long ways long, over briars and thorns. Everyone starts humming the song. The quiet singing drifts throughout the room. I feel peace in this Lateran evening. A peace that I have not known for a long time. Are you thinking something, Mr. Fryer? No, nothing at all. Thank you, Cecilia. You're looking at something. Is that a bell tower? It's Laterano's bell tower, a very, very old tower made of stone. I often went there when I still lived in Laterano. It was so close to heaven. Heaven, is that where Mama is? If that's where you wish her to be, that's where she is. Mr. Fryer, can you help me with something? I'm starting to stutter a lot already. I got 7 more. I'm trying to decide if I want to do this now or if I want to do it in the morning and just knock it all out. Enjoying the ASMR, Mr. Chaotic? Yeah, we're gonna finish this in the morning. I'm starting to stutter. I'm still tired. Did you see the Popcom collab? Yeah, I did see it with was it Rabbids or something? Rabbids, the Ubisoft game? Yeah, or Ubisoft series. That's an interesting choice for a collab. But yeah, guys, I'm starting to feel the stutter. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna finish it all. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can do this tomorrow. He complained, but still did it anyway. What? Huh? Oh, you weren't talking about me reading the song? I thought you were talking about me reading the song. My bad. All right, guys. I'm gonna go back to sleep. I'll see you bright and early in the morning. I'm gonna schedule it and I won't forget. I will be here at 7 a.m. and you guys will see me finish this. I'm sorry, I am exhausted. Yeah, making you wake up early again. Yep. Making you wake up early again. All right, guys. I'll see you in the morning. I just want to lay down and sleep. Love you guys. I'll see you in the morning.